Saturday morning to everybody. Thank you for joining us today. This is Ryan and Megan Williams. We are excited that each of you have joined us this morning despite your busy schedules. This is the part-time commitment that we're able to make and create while some of you are probably still at work, and that's okay. But what we're going to go over today is absolutely the game plan for you to have success in this business. And the results you get will be dependent on how accurately you follow what we teach. There's no mystery to this business, I guarantee it. There's no secrets that we're keeping from you. That is a treasure that you have to pay us to get. We will freely teach you everything you need to do to be successful. There's no private coaching necessary. There's accountability and there's application, and that's what separates people that are successful ultimately in this business and those that struggle or have frustrations. So we're going to run through first, for those of you that are joining us today, that are learning about this. Maybe you've seen it once or twice, or maybe you're brand new, but you're still trying to get your foundation of the opportunity. What we're going to start with this morning, what I get to start with is, what is our business? What is the opportunity? How does it work? And what's the details? So this is not a complex process. This will take about 13 minutes to run through the information of the opportunity, but I want you to pay attention to the information that we share and how we deliver the information, because this is part of the training and repetition of the business. Guys, I'm excited to talk about timing and opportunity. There's never been a better time in history where people are looking for additional income opportunities. It's not a matter of, quote, capitalizing on travesty. That's not what we're doing. But it's highlighting the need and demand for multiple streams of income. That's a reality. And there are people, there are friends, there are family, there are cousins that have been impacted because of this most recent pandemic and the ripple effect. And so we have the most remarkable opportunity as a home-based business to create success for people from any walk of life, from any background, from any community. It doesn't matter. This is the most level playing field you'll ever find on the planet, because the opportunity is equal for all. It's your application is what separates and gets you the results. So I'm excited to be able to go through the information of the opportunity. The company is called ACN, which is a global powerhouse, 27 years in business. Millions and millions of customers have already been acquired. We've done $4 billion in the last 5 years alone. So we're not seeking for Google reviews or your opinions. We are already established and credible as a business. The question is, do you want to make money with us or not? That's really what we're doing. What I like about it, for me, I don't have a sales background. I've never owned my own business. I'm not an entrepreneur by nature. I like the environment of a secure job and a secure income, but those things are a thing of the past. Secure jobs are very fickle. There are people that thought they had secure opportunities or businesses, and their businesses were reduced, deemed unessential. Let's look at the industries that we're able to make money from in this home-based business. Let's look at cell phone service. Is that industry legitimate? Absolutely. Is it necessary to the way you and I live today? Absolutely. How about internet? Is that pretty necessary to the way you and I live on a daily basis? Could you imagine any household or any business in the country that won't use internet? Absolutely not. How about television services? We have partners that offer television service. We offer energy services. We offer home security services. We offer the ability for a business to accept a credit card or online payments, or identity theft protection. What we're highlighting right now are the industries that are absolutely necessary, they're legit, they're finally bringing legitimacy to the home-based business arena. This is why we're attracting business owners that are successful and very wealthy to this business, where they're normally not attracted to the home-based business environment, because it's typically product bases, selling oils and lotions and potions and bulletproof underwear. And there's nothing wrong with selling stuff, but successful people don't want to sell stuff to their friends. But when you can monetize and learn how to make money from services that people are going to use anyway, the light bulb turns on. And look at the partners that we've created. We have Verizon, AT&T, Sprint, DirecTV, Dish Network, Spectrum. These are just a few of the partners that we have relationships with, and not a single person on the planet can argue that these companies aren't legitimate and they're not substantial players in the industries that they play in. And now you are now playing with them. They're now your business partners. They're your associates in business. You could not ask for a better opportunity than that. Second to that, we awfully give back. Every time we acquire a customer, we give back to a meal for every service that we connect, and we will cover that later on. Here's how our model works. It's very simple. Anytime you or I make a referral or a recommendation to a friend or family member to use our services, that's called referral business. And this is the oldest form of marketing, in essence, that exists on the planet. All of you have made referrals to people for something, a good book, a movie, a restaurant. That's what we're doing. The reason that we do that is because it's free and it's powerful. That's why we do it. So you already possess the skills to be successful because you're not selling. You're making a referral, a recommendation, and we'll cover that certainly in detail as we go through our how do we do it model. Here's why it works and why it's phenomenal. Because for $199, you're now in business with Verizon, AT&T, Sprint, DirecTV, Dish Network. These are now your brand partners. And for $200, you're now in business and you're able to create whatever opportunity you want from it. It's global. You're not buying your territory right in your local state or community. This is any city, any state, anywhere in the world, you can go build a business. That means you can acquire customers or you can expand your business anywhere that you desire. For $25 a month, they handle all the back end. No billing, no customer service, no invoicing, no website design. If we launch a new brand partner tomorrow, it's automatically updated to your website at no additional cost to you. Anyone that's listening to this that's a traditional business owner, imagine bringing in an entire new division to your business. Would you agree it would cost you more than $25 a month to do that? Yeah. It's laughable. What we're talking about is an opportunity for business. And again, no billing, no customer service, no invoicing. Business owners are loving this at this point because all the back-end headaches are removed from you. That's why this can be done on a part-time basis. Now, the website is fully built for you, optimized to work on a cell phone or a laptop or a device like that. Here's how we earn income. There's 4 ways that we do it. The first way is very simple. If you do work, you make money. The work that we do in our business is we sign up services. We connect people with the services or bills they're already using through our business, and that's called a service. So if you or I talk to someone, any given month, they'll add up all the effort that we do. So if I talk to a friend and I help connect 3 services, that could be 1 cell phone, it could be 1 energy, it could be 3 TVs, it doesn't matter what type. But if you connect 3 services any given month, you'll earn a $75 bonus. If you connect just 5 services in a month, you almost have to try to not do that, by the way. That's $200 any given month. Now, these bonuses are unlimited. Some of you know hundreds of people that pay bills, and hundreds of people could potentially become a customer of yours, and which means you can make thousands of dollars any given week or any given month because of the first way that we make money. The second way that we make money is more powerful than the first, and it's called residual income. Now, this income is powerful because it applies the principle that big businesses use. See, Verizon spends billions of dollars a year to make money on a reoccurring basis. We now do also. See, the services that you've already been paid for connecting, you now get a percentage of their commissionable revenue that they generate. From 3% is a guaranteed starting point, but you can earn up to 20% of every person's bill that connects a service with you. Month after month, year after year, and you don't have to call them next month and say, hey, John, do you want to use your energy? Hey, John, would you like to keep your refrigerator running? Would you like to power your cell phone? We don't have to ask these nonsensical questions. Everyone's going to use these services. They're going to use internet. They're going to use cell phone services. So you can now build a commissionable revenue of whatever size you want. Imagine this. Imagine this year you went out and connected 100 bills. Now, that's not very difficult. 100 services could be 30 people that actually connect a service with you. So if, let's say, you had 100 services connected times $30 per service, that's $3,000 in commissionable revenue that you've now built in your business. You're now going to make 20% of that on a monthly reoccurring basis. So that's going to be $600 a month. Now, I know none of you are going to quit your job because you make $600 a month, and I get that. But imagine what $600 a month that's coming into your family for not working would do for you and your family. See, that's the magic of this, is that $600 a month will create freedom for you. where a second job won't. See, if your sole goal is just make more money, go get a second job. Yeah. It's easy. Go work more. But if you want to have freedom and money, there's no other way to do it other than residual income. And that's why this is such a no-brainer for people that want freedom, not just money. The third way that we earn income is by teaching other people how to do it. See, if you teach someone how to become successful, they'll pay you an additional bonus called a team customer acquisition bonus for helping other people learn about this opportunity and allow them to go get customers. They'll pay you anywhere from $50 up to $300, depending on your experience or rank within our business. And we'll cover that in detail later. The fourth and final way that we earn income is called overriding residual. Now, this is bar none the greatest way ever, because not only do you get paid income from the work that you are doing, but as you teach this to other people and they go out and accomplish, let's say, 100 services in their business, they're making $600 a month. That's awesome. But you now make 4% of every customer acquired by the team or by the organization. Now, listen, this is a fundamental business practice that every company in the world uses leverage to create revenue, and ultimately the owner makes a percentage of what everybody is doing. So right now, I guarantee if you have a job, someone's making money from the work that you do. That's reality. In our business, we're just extending that reality to become your benefit. Imagine 4% of what other people do, and there's no limit to how much income that can create, which is very exciting. Now, I told you that there were positions in our company. At the very beginning, you become customer qualified by simply connecting your first 3 services. That's very easy. And from that moment on, you can advance to the right, and they'll simply pay you more, and they'll simply pay you better for the exact same effort. More and better for the exact same effort. And I like the idea of more and better. I'm good at that. And I can recreate and reduplicate the same efforts, and it's more and better. That's phenomenal. There's increased income, there's trips, there's a lot going on, which is fantastic. And you are in control in how quickly you move from the left to the right. No interviews, no politics, no interview process, no education, no test to take, just go get it. And I like that opportunity. There's an additional bonus that will end August 31st. Tomorrow. So if you like what you have seen today, get started today. They're throwing an extra $300 at you, offering an additional, Monday. They're offering an additional $300 to you that will not be available to the people that get started in September. So here's how simple this is. If you like what you have seen, and we're going to cover this as we go through our training, if you simply were to register as a business partner today and acquired 5 services or 5 bills, you would earn a $200 bonus. That's very easy. The second step is to share this with other people and build the foundation of a team. If the team also acquires some customers, they'll give you $300 additional for just helping other people make money. That principle is fantastic, and we'll cover it in details. So that's our opportunity. So at the end of a presentation, people come to a decision. Here's the decisions that they come to. I like this. This is intriguing. I've never seen something like this in my life. I never imagined with my limited, say, background, experience, education, or whatever, I never believed that I could be in business with big companies. I didn't ever believe I could have a global opportunity or business. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to enroll and start my own business. Some of you might have questions. How does it work? We're going to cover the details today. Some of you have seen this information now, and you've already made a decision that this isn't for you. And we're okay with that too. Here's what we would simply ask you. Please become a customer of the person that invited you to join today. You've spent less than 13 minutes online with us, and it's okay if this isn't for you. But I guarantee you there's someone in your life that you know that might like this. That if they got hold of this, they could do great things. And we'd simply ask you to simply support your friend, become a customer, or refer us to someone else that might be interested to learn what we're doing. Now, I told you, we have the absolute foundation. We have what we call the system. There's a proven system to create results within this opportunity. And we're going to go through that information today. So if you're new, If you've just gotten started recently, we're going to lay out for you the absolute roadmap to become successful. Application is the key. Getting the information we share today is critical, but applying it is what's going to separate the people who ultimately see and get the results that they're desiring from the opportunity. So where do we start from here? Where do we start from the beginning? Well, the beginning goes into what's your goal? Why are you pursuing this business? It really comes down to the process of making a decision and committing to yourself. That's what it comes down to. See, the world is full of opportunity. That's the truth. We live in the most blessed country on the planet. It's not the most perfect country, but it's the most perfect for anyone to get opportunity. And it comes down to a decision for you to want to be successful.
You know, Ryan and I are going to have a little bit of different training today. We've invited some guests to jump on throughout as we go through things. But we wanted to take a few minutes and talk a little bit about our mindset of what it takes to be successful. And some things have really come to mind over the last couple weeks because this is a definite time of instability. It's of a lot of things we're reading and seeing has a focus on fear and doom and gloom, and that's not the case. You know, we've had the best economic country for the last 3 years. We have people being innovative, people being excited, and having great results. Yes, we have to change. And this is really important. I was listening to Darren Hardy, who's very successful, interviews the top successful people. And some of the things he was talking about is the fact that if we don't change the way we look, then we will not grow and have the success we want. And so today we thought about some things that we think will help us focus in and get us better results as we're talking and interacting with people and as we're offering hope and a solution. Because I think that that's a really big place to start from, is we don't care whether or not people join our business today. What we're trying to do is lay a foundation for an environment that will win, because most of us do this part-time, spare time. Most of us are doing this around our careers, our businesses already. And we're not asking people to give that up and then just jump into something and not see results right away. What we're saying is you're going to grow into huge residuals. And so the first question you have to decide about this is, do you want residual income? See, residual income is a wealth principle that most people in the world will never achieve. They won't. They will work and get paid until they die. And yes, some people will work and get paid and be millionaires. And some people will work and get paid and pray that they don't go into overdraft protection, okay? There are the two extremes out there. But residual income gives us power to have options and choices that are different than everyday people. And when you do something that's different than everyday people, you aren't going to get the same kind of positives all the time from everyday people. And some people aren't going to have the same vision that we have. See, we have a system in this business, and Ryan talked a little bit about this. It works. It is proven. It is about just sharing the business, and it's about making a list of people and collecting more people and connecting with more people. When we talk about a list, it's not like you're hardcore, I'm going to make you be my partner. No, it's about building relationships that can last long term. We have the most amazing medium with Zoom. And we can do private receptions on Zoom with people as we build value to share with them what we have to offer. And so we're going to get good at building value, or in lay terms, we're going to get good at inviting. And today we're going to learn how to invite and build value for people. And then we're going to sort. We're going to sort through where they're at in their lives. Should they be a customer or a business partner or a referral partner? And as we're at training, which we're doing right now, we're going to get nuggets so that we can be good at it, okay? But we need to be part of the system. We need to get connected. And I realize that one of the things that I don't want to do is I don't want to bombard my friends on social media with, always talking about my business and always talking about, this pressure that you got to come see. I want people to see that we have a great lifestyle and that we're having positive statements. But we want to have a community area where we can talk about business, that we can give all of us updates, where we can tag each other and put positive things out there, and then use our personal social media to be positive, to connect good thoughts. And so if you're not following the SVP system or the System of Proven Success at SVP System on Facebook, or the System Proven Success on Instagram, please follow those two mediums. It's a great way. And then in the next couple weeks, we'll be launching our website, our team website, for everybody who wants to utilize it, to have a really good place for people to go to see the opportunity. Very simple and easy to help answer the question is, would they want something more? And it's going to have great resources for all of us. But we want to have positives. We want to be the people out there in social media that when someone reads your post and someone sees your pictures of your cute family and friends, it's positive. It's not doom and gloom. It's not something, but we also want to ask questions. We want to ask people questions. Like, I love this quote: the temptation to quit will be the greatest just before you're about to succeed. And I'm going to promise you that that is a true statement.
Right.
The universe has to know that you're willing to endure tough stuff so that you can handle the success you're going to have. You know, I love this one Ryan put out there for tips. Ryan, why don't you talk about that one? Why did you post that? You know, a success tip of 2020.
Yeah, so this is the bottom left corner. I would just screenshot these, and these are quippets, but if you apply them to your life, they'll apply to you. So success tip for 2020, if you don't design your own life plan, then you're definitely part of someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. Now, all I'm saying in this statement is that there's nothing wrong with jobs. I'm not knocking jobs. I'm not knocking being employed. There's nothing wrong with that. What I'm saying is there's a destination where you're going. And in your mind, you've got to have your own destination of where you want to be. And I don't think surviving is a goal. I don't think surviving and getting by is what you dreamt of when you were a child. What is the goal that you had for yourself? See, when I was a child, I dreamed of big things. I dreamed of playing in the NFL. I dreamed of things that were so big, but what, quote, reality hit me. I don't run a 4.340. I don't have the skill sets to make it in that league. Does that make sense? So I had to shift and alter my destination point based on some limiting factors. But what I'm saying is, in this opportunity, none of you have to run a 4.340. None of you have to be that fast. All you've got to be is consistent and persistent, because if you simply take what someone else is willing to give you, they're not going to give you what you want. See, if jobs were ever created to create freedom, don't you think they would have done so in the last 150 years? People work 30 and 40 years in a job to get by for 30 and 40 years. See, opportunity is what creates freedom. So again, our point is destination. In fact, I saw our friend Jen is driving right now. How many of you have been on the road before and have seen an accident occur, and when you see a traffic jam back up because of what they call looky-loos or rubberneckers? Anyone ever seen a looky-loo rubbernecker? Okay, does that not frustrate you? When you know where you're going and everybody slows down, there's not any obstacle in your way, but everyone's doing this. In life, it's the same way. You know where you're going with purpose in this business. The world is going to distract you with dead deer on the side of the road, a flat tire, I don't know, a sofa, whatever. Don't rubberneck. Don't take your eye off of where you're going because of the distractions going on over here. Just cause messes in life. Don't be distracted by the negatives in the world. Look, there's so much out there, but we are a magnet of what you look at. Where you look is where you will go. Again, drivers, if you look at that accident, your car will drift. How many people have seen that? Where your eyes go, your body will follow. I'm saying the same thing applies in this business. Where your attention is where you will go. Are you looking for negative? Are you looking for positive? Are you looking for hope and opportunity? Are you looking for challenges? Whatever you are looking for, I guarantee you will find it.
So like for the example, so this week on Facebook in our group stuff on the system, we posted some things about people wanting to have home-based businesses. And they talked about how 77% of Americans are interested in flexible entrepreneurial income and earning opportunities. Now, this was published by the Direct Sales Association. This little tidbit. This is looking at all types of direct sales. People are looking for direct selling, 79% or 81% for some kind of gig work that they can do. They're looking for it. And then they gave statistics on how inexpensive it is to join a home-based business versus investing in real estate, doing gig work and having to insure your car and all those kinds of things, you know, doing rentals and property and how expensive that is, and even getting franchises. So again, we put this on there. That would be a great thing for you to share on your own pages and see who likes it. You know, one of my little posts was the little girl, and she's got her cute little handbag, and she's saying, you know, pray, set goals, make a plan, work hard. And I just put that little, I re-tagged it from someone else, and I liked it. I had like 100 people who said, you know, little hearted it or whatever they do on social media. And then what I did is I went through the list and sent messages and asked people, how are you doing? How is life treating you during this crazy time? And the people who started connecting back with me were people then I could talk a little bit about what they're up to. And we could bring up positive things. See, you guys, we want to use social media to our advantage. But what we don't want to do is we don't want to buy into all the negativity. There is too much good stuff going on out there. And I have to admit, the people who don't have jobs, the people who don't have anything going for them, the people who don't want to create better things, are most of the people posting on there, and it's not positive. So you got to be that person who's positive. And you'll start attracting, because people who are looking for positives will start following you more because their soul is looking for something. Does that make sense? I want us to realize we want to create an environment that says, this is our big virtual hug. This is our big virtual plan. This is our big virtual hope for residual income and lifestyle. Because I'm going to tell you, I can tell you 3 friends in the last 2 weeks that had something happen to them they didn't expect, but because of residual income, they had peace of mind and covered situations. Because even if they're working ACN part-time, it still covered what they needed. And it's huge. It's huge to give people opportunity and hope. And so as we're deciding what we want, remember, go back to your why. Why are you doing this? But sometimes these goals of fancy cars and houses seem silly. Really what we want is choices and opportunity. That's what we really want. And we want some hope. We want some hope in this life. And we're looking for people the same way. So number one thing, everybody you want to reach out to needs to be people with whip. They need to be people who are going places and making things happen, and they're successful and hardworking in their own right. They might be a college kid, guys. They might be somebody who is, not somebody who has this big corporation necessarily, but they, in their own entity, are making things happen and are positive. That's what we're looking for, because they're being affected. I don't care what anyone says, everyone is being affected by the pandemic of what's happened. And there's gonna be more regulations and more difficulties. And I promise you, if you address this right, you're gonna have the right seeds planted, and you're gonna be amazed what happens. And to remember, we only sort, we don't sell. I'm gonna give you a great example. I met a friend yesterday, and I dropped off to do a quick errand. Go ahead, you can turn that on. And she was talking about having to move her son out. And I was like, oh, it's so hard. She goes, no, I'm sick of him. I want him out of my house. Right? Because sometimes when kids drive us crazy. Well, then I found out that, he's one of 3, they're triplets. And because I mentioned I had twins, and she goes, oh, I'm a multiple mom too. And we started talking. And she confessed that she is tired of these negative attitudes of these young kids. And she is like, I don't know what to do anymore. I just want to get around positive stuff. And I said, I totally get it. You know, people either looking for solutions, they don't. You know, I teach people from home how to make money. And it's so funny how they're either looking for excuses or they're looking for solutions. And she's like, you teach people how to make money from home? And I mean, I barely said it in the conversation. Well, then we exchanged phone numbers. We're setting up a time to talk. She's so excited about listening to something different. And you guys, we were complaining about our kids. Now, I wasn't, because mine are perfect, right? But no, the truth is we had something we could connect with. Are you connecting with people? That's the question. And when we're sorting people, you're going to find out if they want to be connected. Apples like to connect and interact and be friendly. Oranges take a little time. They might be suspicious. Okay, that's all right. And coconuts, they just want to complain. Stop worrying about them. Stop trying to beat your head against the people who just want to complain. Guys, we're looking for hope and solution, and our system represents that. That's why we put the Superman on our stuff, is we're hope. Because we are a community of hope and solution. Do you want to add something to that, babe, at all?
No.
Okay. You know, and so before I go into comp plan and we start getting into like what to say, I hope this is giving us something good to focus on as we're out there. Because I can promise you 100%, like Ryan says, whatever you focus on is what you're going to get. If you think when you talk to people, they're not going to be interested, you're right. If you think when you talk to people, people will be interested, you're right. See the difference? See what is possible? And I want to throw out a couple events really quick before I go into comp plan that we have at our disposal to use. So Monday night, I've been asked by Senior Vice President Leanne Gabriel. Thank you, Leanne Gabriel. Whoops. She's a lawyer out of the Baltimore, Maryland area. And what I want everyone to know is that we have an opportunity for our West Coast people because they do their event at 9:30 at night Eastern Standard Time. So let me show that really quick. I've just got to find that little slide I made for 2 seconds. So you guys have that. Let me just do two things. I want everyone to know we have some things we're focusing on so that we can get really good results. So here is the event. It is Monday night, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, which actually will work for some people who are working long shifts. If they want to jump on, opportunitywebinar.com is the link for this. And again, it's going to be really great for our West Coast people too, because it's 6:30 and 7:30 and 8:30 for the others times. And those are great times to be able to invite for because it's after work, kids are fed, and hopefully off to bed or on their way to getting that done. The other thing that we have at our disposal is through the end of September at 1 o'clock, we can use Facebook and Zoom links with ACN. So that's another page you should follow, is ACN, by the way. They are posting constantly tons of trainings. All week long at 4 o'clock, we had great quick start training. And I found out from other teams, since they used a training that I had done, that it closed a lot of their partners. So it's a great way for people who have questions to jump on at 4 o'clock and to learn more. And it's the same link actually as the 1 o'clock. And then Tuesday through Thursday, Eastern Standard Time at 8 o'clock, our group hosts live webinars that you can have guests on, that we are interacting and talking, and we can use these events to our favor. And the reason why we want to is we want to be moving up the compensation plan. And our owners have designed 3 events in September that is coming up that is going to help us move faster through the comp plan and make more money and give you more options. September 12th, all executive team leaders and above who reach this position are going to be invited to meet our owners and train with them. September 26th, we're doing an international training event. Since we can't travel and meet together like we want to, it's going to be the closest thing we can have to that. And then October 6th, regional directors and above are going to have a special event. These are all designed to level us up and get us to the next position. But as a group, for us as well, we have a special training event that's coming up that is going to be with our owner, Mr. Tony Kupitz, on September 18th. It's a Tuesday night, and he is going to do a special training, and we have a lot of us who are working to earn that. And if you're brand new and you get executive team leader done, you can be on that event as well. And it's going to be very personable. It's going to be amazing. And Senior Vice President Martha Hunt is hosting that with us to give us more insights of how we can become leaders that build big teams. So I wanted to put all those out there because, yes, September 18th is a Tuesday. So we wanted to put that out there. We wanted to make sure everybody knows about it. And if you already are an executive team leader and above, you know there are certain goals you have to hit to get invited to be on the September 18th. So if you're not sure, you can send us a message later. We'll get those details for you. But if you're brand new and you hit executive team leader, then you get it done. And so I'll confirm exactly the dates for that for us, and we'll go from there. All right, let's talk comp plan. I'm very excited because if we know where the money comes from, we can know our goals. And so I'm going to get us focus in on that. Let me get our training to that point. Yay. All right. If someone wants a system planner, I know I got some requests this morning for us. I just want to remind you, you can Venmo the money over to my site and put your address and your email in there, and we'll get it sent to you for sure. The system planner is a great way to keep organized. And if you're only working this business a few hours a week, it really helps you stay organized for all your daily methods of operation, which is nice. All right. Let's talk comp plan. Ryan did a great job talking about these bonuses. It is pretty exciting. I love seeing them. Every month you get to hit start again and you get to make it happen, which is fantastic. We have individuals on this call today who have done 14 services and have earned 800 points. We have people who have done 5 services and gotten 200. We have people who have multi-units who have made $1,000 plus this month in these upfront bonuses. So customer bonuses are weekly and monthly goals to help you get a focus, but you can't earn these bonuses unless you're customer qualified. So if you're new today, or if you've been in the business, your entire focus needs to be customer qualified. 3 to 5 services right away. Now, here is our point value. Take a screenshot of this, all right? Every service has a point value, and every month they update it. Anybody who gets Vivid Home Security this month gets 8 points, not 4, which is phenomenal. Anyone who does ID Seal with the annual plan saves 2 months of payment and gets 8 points, which is phenomenal. Anyone who does AT&T TV gets a +1 point. So whatever package they pick, they'll get 4 or 3 or 2. Instead of 1, 2, and 3, you get 1+. So that's a pretty good deal. Anyone who signs up for Zoom by Monday, which I'm actually signing up 5 people after training today, because I put it out in some groups that we can offer this, they get to earn a $25 gift card after their 2nd month of service. If they get gas, they get $25. If they get electricity, they get $25. So after their 2nd month of service with Zoom, the customer gets to earn these little bonuses. So every month they do different things. Anyone who comes to Flash Wireless by the end of August also gets more points. So for example, a data plan with a phone number transferred is 6 points. So if you're trying to get to residual income higher, these are the ways we do it. All right, so that's important. Now the whole goal for this is residual income. It's a point system, right? Now we keep it simple in our team. 40 bills get you paid. Everything we're going to talk about is our minimum goal, 40, because you want at least 75 points. And the reason why you want 75 points is because you always then get 10% of everything you're personally doing, but you also get the override of your team that's growing. And I always say that you're telling the universe that you want to make money when you go out and you get this done. And I have someone on the phone who is a really good friend of mine. Not only is she a lovely person, we got to know each other in networking. She's very, very successful businesswoman. She started a business for assisted living, and she's growing her complex, I call it. Like, she's got this awesome complex going to like 5 more units. She is a mother of 4, and they're all under, I want to say 9 and under. Is that right, Lindsay? Or is it 8 and under? Okay, 7 and under. See, she's gangster. That's way better than anything that I know. Let's ask her to unmute. And what's so amazing about this is we started working together, I want to say the day before the pandemic broke. Like, literally, like, it happened. And with dealing with seniors, she is very, very busy because that community is very much affected by what's going on. But it's been amazing to watch her do little bits around her busy schedule. And if anyone says they're busy, talk to a mom of 4 under the age of 7 and a successful business owner. She's doing all of this, homeschooling, I mean, everything that was going on. And she hit this threshold. And so I wanted her to take a little bit, tell us a little bit about herself. But I want Lindsay to really tell us why she thinks it's so important to keep getting customers, even though she has a successful business. Why does she love this? So go ahead, Lindsay, tell us a little bit about yourself and how things work for you. We're so excited to have you. This is Lindsay McLaughlin, top executive team leader.
Hi, Megan. Hi, Ryan. Thank you guys so very much for having me and for that warm welcome. Yeah, a little bit about myself. So I am actually a registered nurse by trade, and I quit 6 years ago my goal was always to be completely self-employed by the time I was 30. So I quit just kind of on a hope and a prayer when I was 29 and kept going from there. And we were just trying a bunch of different businesses, and I did do a lot of different direct selling types of things. And now, fast forward 6 years, and I heard of ACN, and I was really just blown away because I love the business model. I love the fact that it offers residuals. You know, with everything else, it was getting a sale and then having to make another sale and another sale just to get paid on that one. Well, this, I do the work one time and I keep getting paid on it over and over. Like, that's amazing, right? That's what I've kind of always looked for. So, you know, that kind of fits in too with what we're doing assisted living. You like move somebody in once and you get paid over and over, right? So that was really fitting for me. And then especially just kind of with everything else going on, having another stream of income. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. My house phone never rings. But yeah, regular business is great, but you never know what's going to happen. So it's always great to have multiple streams of income, having that residual, and like you said, just kind of that peace of mind because you never know what can happen. And yeah, so, you know, making the decision every day to just plant little seeds. It's not saying that everybody I talk to is going to be a yes or even send me a bill, but I'm planting these seeds because you never know what can happen over time. So I'm super excited and just want to keep on going.
Okay, so don't mute yet, Lindsay. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. So
okay.
I know the phone's ringing, and this is what I love, guys. Guess what? We work from home, and life is just the way it is. So I love that. So don't even worry. But here's the question, Lindsay. I know you personally, you know, we were working this week, and we started getting customers. I mean, we put energy services in while we were swimming at the pool, right? I mean, it wasn't like we were doing all this extra stuff. Yes, you guys, we went to the pool and we were friendly, you know, we were interacting. We stayed socially distant, sort of. But what I want to say is, and then you were looking, what services recently have you set up that was really simple? I know you're excited about those. Which ones did we do just recently, the last couple of days?
So I set up 3 Vivint accounts this week, and it was super simple. I had never really even taken the time to look into Ring and Vivint and all that other stuff. And I'm so glad that I did, because Vivint they made it so easy. They were even texting me, asking me for different detailed things and coordinating a time when to call over text. They were fantastic. So it was way easier than I ever expected it to be. And they're setting all 3 of them up this coming week. So it's great.
Oh, I love that. See, she just, you know, you guys, she just made an initiative and she talked to a couple people, worked with some companies. We got some people excited about protecting themselves and she put that in. And what I love is, I think Lindsay got like over 8 or 10 services this month and it was just phenomenal. But now she's well into almost to 100 points, which she's going to have 14% back of all these services. But she's positioned now that as her team's growing, she's going to get paid the 4% on everything she's doing. And as you can see, she is definitely a busy person, which I love that. And you guys, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for people who are busy. And I want to say thank you, Lindsay, seriously, for that. And you know, I love it because you made a decision. And that was what you texted me the other day. You said, I'm just done. I'm making a decision. I'm getting this going. And she did it this month. You guys, she grew so much this month in services because of the decision. I want to congratulate her and give her a big cheer and thank you.
Oh, well, thanks, Megan, but it's awesome. And your positivity, like you were saying before, I love just having that positive energy around, right? We can always use more of that. So thank you.
No, thank you so much for taking time out of your crazy schedule to share with us. All right, I want to clarify two things that we heard just now. Lindsay made a decision and getting services are simple. So this is important because when we're showing the compensation plan and we're deciding, it is not so complicated. We do not have to be experts on services. We have to be experts that we've decided we want residual income, and then it will make our mouths open up and talk to people, guys. That's what it is. It's 100%. And like I said, our team website, the SVP system, is going to be live in a couple weeks. It's going to be another place that people can see these numbers and can see these results, simple and easy for us to use, okay? So that's really important. But again, we're not rich when we do all the work ourselves, okay? I'm gonna look at this compensation plan. If we said our commissionable revenue was $30 a month, which by the way, you know, Vivian's a little bit more than that, so that's awesome, all right? But if you had 40 bills, we're talking $120 to $150 a month residual. You're not rich yet, folks. But if you're talking to people consistently for the years to come, this is going to grow. We have individuals today whose residual income is $1,500, $2,000 a month at the positions of executive team leader because they just keep getting customers. So you can decide as much as you want for yourself, all right? But let's talk a little bit about building teams, because the truth is you'll actually make more money residually if you have a team growing. Because many hands make light work, right? That's the same. Okay. Yeah, that's the same. Many hands make light work. I always think back to the story of Tom Sawyer. And Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, you know, that's one of their friends. He hated doing stuff by himself, and he was always recruiting people to help him pay so that he didn't have to do things alone. He never wanted to paint the fence alone. And by the end of the little tidbit, he had gotten all his friends involved, and the fence got whitewashed, and it was all perfect. And yet it took like 2 minutes. And so if we build teams, we can consolidate our efforts and get good results. So let's motivate us by building teams and talking to people about added value and residual income, because this is exciting. See, once you're customer qualified, if you sponsor someone in your team and they get customer qualified in 30 days or less, you earn $50. So if you're brand new right now and we went and we showed this business over the next week to 10 people, and let's say 3 of them got started, you would earn $150 as they get customers. We don't make any money when they get a store. We only earn money when they get customers, because that's what we're after, residual income. Once you do that and you help other people, you're going to get promoted. You're going to get leveraged efforts now because they're excited and talking to people. And when the combined efforts of everything you do is 30 points or more, you're an executive team leader. Now, those can be your own 30 customer points. They can be a combined in the team 30 customer points, but you get levered efforts. So if, let's say Lindsay and I were in your team and we each get customers, and now we're talking to people and we each talk to 5 people who like the business. We, as customer qualified people, get to earn $50. So 5 people times 50 like it, we each earn $250 while we're helping them get customers. But you're the executive team leader. You get to earn $50 too. Oops, I went too far. Oops, $50 as well. So if 2 of us are doing work and we each make money, but you get to make the override of 10 people getting customers and earned $500 this month as an executive team leader, would that be exciting? Heck yeah, right? It would motivate you to talk to more people. Now, here's what's so great. Now you've got 10, 12, 15 people in your team, and we're all getting customers and we're talking to people. And over time, the combined effort of everyone will be 600 points or 300 bills, and you'll hit regional director. Now imagine as a regional director, if you had 10 executive team leaders who all had 5 people this week, that's 50 new people who are getting customers. And you get to earn more and better, like Ryan said, at $150 to $200 per new online store that gets customers. Now, I'm not very good at math, but if 50 people all got new customers, and let's say they all got 5, you would be growing your company by 250 new customers this month. Now, that would be hot for our residual to piggy bank. But you also get to earn $150 per store that gets customers. Let's do the math on that. And I'm not a math person, but let's get kind of excited, right? Because even 100 times 50 is $5,000. Okay, do the math to make it better. I'll show you a picture in a second because I can't do it in my head. All right, and of course, the higher your business grows, the more money you earn and you get better residuals, and the goal is success for everybody. See, we want you to be regional directors and regional vice presidents and senior vice presidents. But to do that, you can't do that alone. Doesn't work. You got to build the teams. So as an executive team leader, as you help people, you're in your intern spot, you're learning. And by the time you hit regional director and you have multiple executive team leaders learning and growing, you get to win. And I don't care, even if you did this part-time and only 50 people joined your business in the year as a regional director and you earned $7,500 in bonuses part-time this year, you still have a good business. Does everyone understand that? Like if you're doing this so part-time that you're only talking to 1 person a month, that's okay right now. The compounding effort, the multiplication will start to happen with the right people. But if we're not surrounding ourselves by the right people, we're not talking to the right people, we're not opening our mouth because we're excited about this, we can't see it grow. And I have to tell you, to get the results you want, you've got to choose to be around people who are going towards a common future, not the past that wasn't perfect. And we want people to earn this bonus. This August bonus is fantastic. We still have 3 today, Sunday, and Monday to share the business and have them learn. Let's look at it again. So if you're brand new and you get started over the next 30 days and you get 5 services, you get to earn $200. If you sponsor people, and it doesn't have to be 4, it could be 10, it could be any number, it could be 1 other person. But the combined efforts get another 30 points of the people you sponsored. You're helping them, and their combined efforts is 30 points for them. Then you earn $300 extra, plus the 50s as the customer qualified person. Not only will you hit executive team leader, invited to be on different leaderships to learn how to do this better, but you get to earn money right now. What's an extra $700? You could have $1,000 the next 30 days. You could have $1,500 the next 30 days. It's up to you, folks. Fast action gets faster results. But even if all we did is get 5 bills in the next 30 days, you still win. You're still in a positive and we're growing forward. Because the idea is, let's build teams and get the overriding residuals. And remember that each person in your group is, and if we're looking for 40 bills for everyone in your group too, they're worth about $50 if the commissionable revenue was $30 per account. So in the same equation, if you got 5 or 10, let's say 10 people in your team this next month, up front you got to earn $50 by helping them all get customers, but they learned a skill. They get excited. They start growing to 50 bills themselves. That same 10 people is worth $500 a month in reoccurring residual income. That's what we're trying to build. And imagine if you ended up with 100 people by the end of 2020 who all had at the minimum $50 in commissionable revenue. I mean $50 because of their commissionable revenue for you. That'd be $5,000 a month in overriding residual income. Do you see how compounded effort is better? Building teams and talking to people and letting them talk to people and having that is better. It's better. No matter what we think, it is better to help everyone do a little bit. You can continue to get customers. Let me tell you, I have been doing presentation after presentation because we had some goals so we could be on the special leadership on September 8th with our owner for the system group. And so I had to do it too. Ryan had to do it too. And so we were laughing because, man, we just presented to everyone. We didn't even care. We just talked to everybody. And a lot of them are going to be our referral partners, and they're just going to be our customers, and we'll take it. Okay, because we'll take customers. We got it. We love customers. But it was interesting because, you know, a lot of us are afraid to talk to people because what if they don't join the business? Guys, who cares? The right people will see this. And if they don't, ask them to be your customer or ask them to be a referral partner to send you people. It's okay. So today as we go through, do you want to add anything else to that?
No, I actually wanted to spotlight actually an individual who's on the line with us, and he may not even know I'm going to call him Mr. David Lau. But so this gentleman,
I'm bringing him up.
oh, okay, I'm bringing him right now. So we just covered in the compensation plan the concept and principle of building teams.
That's right.
So there's individual work that you can control, but there's better value in building a team. Now, this gentleman who I want you to hear from for just a minute in a testimonial has been ranked in the company in the last 90 days at the #1 position in the entire US. This guy is a phenomenal leader, and he's done this during the pandemic because he focused on opportunity in an environment where some people were I say, duck and covering or sheltering and hiding. He was expanding and growing because of the opportunity of the business and saw value in positioning other people, just not himself selfishly, but expanding it to others and helping them become successful. I want you guys to hear from a regional director that is absolutely remarkable. His name is Mr. David Lau, and I'd love for him to share his experience of what you have done. And yes, you're a top producing regional director, but your focus and emphasis on utilizing Zooms and working with people to help them be successful. Share us how this principle is working for you.
Perfect.
All right, good morning, everyone. So hope everybody doing well this morning. Thank you so much, Mr. Ryan and Megan Williams. So, I really appreciate your leadership and your mentorships. Every time I listen to you, Mr. Ryan, every time I listen to your presentation, I want to start again and start up again, and I start ACN again. So I'm super, super excited to be with all you guys this morning. My story is very simple. I'm nobody special. Before ACN, 7 years ago, I remember 2013, September 2000. So that will be 7 years for this month. Next month, pardon. And then, I joined ACN just to make some additional income that showed me this company. I was working for $10 an hour in the company job, living paycheck to paycheck. Then when I see the opportunity about ACN making money on the residual income on cell phone, TV, internet, I was so excited. So I joined the company part-time just to make some additional income. I followed the system with Mr. Ryan and Megan Williams and Martin. And after 6 months with the company, I become a regional director. And that position started to change my life. I was able to leave my job to become full-time with this company for the last 6 years and a half. And today we built an organization over 9 countries. So I'm super, super excited. So thank you so much, Mr. Ryan. So for the question you asked me, so how I use Zoom for the last 90 days after and before the pandemic now. So it's very simple. So think about today now with Zoom technology is so simple now. You don't need to travel anymore. Before March 2020, I was in Ohio. I was in like Wisconsin, Illinois, just to build a team. And now you can stay home. And then you don't travel anymore. You can spread your time over 9 countries just to Zoom and super, super excited. So think about like right now with Zoom technology, we have a meeting mostly every day now. So take advantage with your team, take advantage with your people, and think about like for 1 p.m. Monday to Friday, we have Zoom with the system, and then we have all the top leaders like regional vice president, senior vice president. You just plug your people, for 20, 30 minutes. And same thing, if they don't have a time at 1 p.m. Eastern time, plug them on the Tuesday to Thursday night for 8 p.m. So I said, that's how I invite people. So it's very, very simple, the script now. So don't complicate now. So think about like, just an example now, when you call people or when you teach people to call people, just help them now how to make a phone call. So this is an example now. You call, hey, John, how are you doing? How's your family? Listen, I only have 1 minute. What are you doing Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern time? Nothing. Cool. I just got lucky. I met a successful business owner. Mr. Ryan, he's explaining a business here and need help. Mr. Ryan, he's going to be a Zoom webinar just for 20 minutes to talk to me and a few other. I want to let you know on this. I know you're like me. You're looking for to make extra income. Can I count on you? If they have a question, just keep simple. Don't talk about the company. Don't talk about it. If they have a question, listen. I know I know he's making money on cell phone, TV, internet, gas, electricity. Can I count on you? Keep it simple now. And then if they don't have time at 1 p.m. Eastern time, what about at 8 p.m. Eastern time? That's why I always promote the next event. And guess what? If they don't have a time also, and then guess what? You can send a video. So do you have a 30-minute right now? I can send you a video just for 30 minutes, and this video can change your life, you and your family. And as I send the video now, Mr. Ryan and then DOS original vice president, they did a video on the Zoom presentation on YouTube. Send the video now, and guess what? When they finish to send when you finish to send the video, make sure say, hey, I cannot call you back the next 30 minutes. So be urgency and be enthusiasm. So the secret of success in ACN is enthusiasm and urgency. So send the video and say, can I call you back in 30 minutes? If they say yes, so when they watch the video after 30 minutes, you call them back, or your team call them back, and now you can, if they have a question, if you are new in this business, just say after that, how do you like the best? What do you like the best about this company? If they have a question, guess what now? Let me call my leader now. We can do a two-way call for 5 minutes, just for 5 minutes. He's super busy, Mr. Ryan. He's super busy, but I promise you, he can take like 5 minutes to talk to you and me and explain more detail about how this company expand, how we're looking for people. And just keep simple now, guys. So I'm super, super excited. So guess what? Just yesterday now, I just made a new list of people. I have over 65 people now I have to call this weekend, and then call people and just follow up. This is the people I followed up like 3 months ago, 6 months ago, before the pandemic. And guess what? Now I just make a list and I call them back this morning. Just send people. I just sent text. I think I got a guest, Matthew iPhone. He's here now. Matthew, thanks for to be here. I know you will love this business. And thank you so much, Megan and Ryan. I'm super excited to work with you guys directly, and your leadership, your mentorship changed my life for the last 7 years.
I love it, David. Okay, so I have one more question for you, because you shared with us, because as you were growing, how many customers have you grown over this pandemic because of building a team and using videos and such like that?
Correct. So since March 2020 until June 2020, for 3 months, the team expand over 1,100 customers.
Isn't that crazy? 1,100 customers in 90 days because he was sending out videos and saying, just watch it and see if you like it. And people did, and they got customers. That's what happened. And here he did a ton of 3-way calls. You can tell how excited he is and how many 3-way calls he did with his new growing teams, because he would just ask people questions. Would you like to make money with us? Doesn't it make sense to make money on our bills? And they say yes or no. So David, do you think that your new team really appreciated that they had Zooms and they had recorded videos that they could use?
Yes, of course. Yeah, because you know, like we used to travel 101 or coffee shop or PBZ or PBA or whatever, and now with the new ability that just started before March or after March, they love it. That's it. This is so easy with Zoom technology, and then we just send the video. We just have fun. 10 people will send the video everywhere, and they love it. They love it.
Okay, so this is really important. Thank you, David. I'm going to call on you again in a little bit, so just be ready. But here's what I want you to see that and hear what he said. We have the conveniency of doing this from home. We have the conveniency of being quick and to the point. Today, Ryan did an overview in 14 minutes, folks. We're not asking people to give up hours of their time and drive across town or get on an airplane and have to go out and meet you. I remember one day this week, I did 5 presentations and I was in 5 different states with different friends. That is so exciting. This is a real concept, and having home-based business that we can leverage this technology and we can schedule our own private receptions on Zoom. We want to build this on Zoom. It's so simple. We want to use all of the vehicles that are out there to work. Even if you're back at work, you can be listening to the 1 o'clock or the 4 o'clock trainings that the owners are doing to get language down, to keep excited. You know, you can have it in the background. I remember when I used to drive to all my presentations, I had CDs in the old days, right guys? CDs that we would listen to and remind us and play, rewind, play to get better. I want us to realize this changes the playing field for us. This changes what we're going to focus on, and we want to keep it really simple. So let's make sure we know how to keep it simple. First thing is we've committed that we want to share this with people this week. So you want to schedule 1 or 2 times this week in your schedule that works. Now, I don't care if they're available. I want you to look right now at your calendar and say, okay, Megan's got that 9:30 or 6:30 for me in the West Coast on Monday. I'm going to circle that, and I'm going to be inviting the next 2 days hardcore to get them on that. And then I heard that we also, I can do something on Tuesday afternoon in my business. So I'm going to have 2 times that I'm going to invite people to. And then anybody else who can't come to those 2 times, then I'm going to use the system stuff on Tuesday through Thursday. I'm going to use ACN stuff on Monday at 1 o'clock or replays. That's what we're going to do, okay? So I think that that's really important. You want to commit to time for you. And then, of course, we always have Saturday that they can come to as well, okay? Now, what do we say? Jump on and see why I'm excited. Jump on and meet some people. This whole week I was meeting people, and Ryan was meeting, John Roper helped to present, he was meeting people. Just tell them there is value that's gonna fit you. I would love your opinion. I would love for your assistant to help me, you know, refer this to other people. You're not trying to explain, you're just inviting. And I've asked 2 other people to jump on and talk to us a little bit about the value they see in ACN. Because if you can understand where they see the value, when you're having conversations, you can build the value, okay? So the first individual I'm gonna talk to is an individual, she is out of the Cleveland marketplace, and she has a lot of business owners who do the business with her because they can monetize their assets of multi-units and multi-locations. In fact, she's got a really cool story that her and her uncle and cousin have been able to do. And what I want to do is I want you guys to see what she's been able to build with them, even though some of them just give her referrals. They're in her business, but they're building this extremely part-time in the sense that, you know, they're not necessarily going to be like we are. We don't want to build teams, but they've gotten a ton of customers, and she has a huge asset now because of all their customers. So Miss Carrie, would you go ahead and tell us a little bit about the results of working with these owners who own multiple units and what it's done for them?
Sure. Yeah, my name is Carrie, and for example, my uncle has multiple units rentals. You know, I mean, you know, he's a landlord per se, business owner, but landlord also. And he had absolutely no interest in this business. But the way that I approached him was, why not make residual money back on your energy bills? You're already paying them anyway, and you have a random supplier. Most business owners don't even realize that they have random suppliers on all of their, I mean, he probably had like 15 different suppliers, and the rates were all over the place. So, you know, the way I approach them is, let's make money back. You know, first of all, you can just save money, or you can make money back and make residual money. And that was very intriguing to him. And then what also it stops those pressured phone calls. When he gets those phone calls, all he has to say is, I'm my own supplier. Because, you know, whether you realize or not, but businesses get those phone calls every single day. And because it's a big business. It's, you know, it's a money-making business being a supplier. So, and we have our own, we are Zoom Energy. Another thing that they get are they get postcards in the mail or letters, and sometimes even your residents, you get these. And if you ignore them and you throw them away, they automatically put you in. Well, what we found was my uncle was throwing these postcards away or just throwing them in a pile and wasn't responding to them, and they was automatically getting put in them, which was great for a month or two with great introductory rates. And then we just saw he had huge, huge high rates. So, you know, now he's able to control that and get a residual check back. And, you know, it's as simple as, you know, Zoom Energy has a form for them to do. It makes it very simple. And then we're able to renew each year and keep track of that. So now why not be your own customer and make money instead of some random supplier? So that's how I approach them.
So get this, folks. Here's what Carrie's telling us. In 19 states around the country, we can ask people questions and get referrals and get to know people who own multi-units, and we can look at this on the energy side. And all she asked them was, wouldn't you like to monetize a bill you're already paying, and you have random suppliers anyways, why not make money? In this particular market, it's a gas-only market. And we were chatting a little bit, and I know we're not supposed to get income complaints, but guys, a high of $700 plus a month because they're going to pay an energy bill anyways. Are you kidding me? This is awesome. This is so incredible. And for a property owner who has to deal with rentals all the time, when people don't always pay their rent, I know because I have rentals. And I was surprised one of my renters paid me today on time, and I was like, whoa, you're early. This is amazing. It doesn't happen very often.
Yes.
But they want to monetize. So Carrie, one more question for you.
Yes.
In this idea, when you're bringing it up, because he's not your only one, you have non-family members, right, that have multiple units. And again, tell us again what you're saying, because we can say it too. Go ahead.
I just basically tell them, wouldn't you like to be in charge of your own energy, you know, and stop having random suppliers on there with lots of different rates. But I also want to just make sure that you know that these are people that you know. Yeah. You're not going out and randomly talking to landlords and things, because these are people that trust you. So, you know, I have business owners and, you know, maybe even a friend from high school, or people, they're actually people that you know. So, I mean, we're not salespeople. So what they're doing is they're trusting us.
That is so important. And thank you, Carrie, for adding that in, because let me explain one last thing for this, for all of us, is that we are trying to build relationships and having trust. So when we're inviting people, even if we, let me explain something really fast to you. When we're out talking to people and we're inviting people, even if they don't do the business, they can become referral partners. And when somebody refers you, there is an element of trust there. They trust you to take care of their people, and they trust that their person's gonna like you. Okay, this is very important. And so you can get referrals, and we can use social media to meet and talk to more people, but we've got to find common links. There has to be an element of trust there for this to work. We are not cold calling. We are not door-to-door salesmen. We are not trolling through stuff, trying to manipulate social media to our advantage. We are working on building relationship and getting warm referrals. Is everyone clear about that? Okay, this is very important, because if you do it this way, people are going to recognize you with integrity. They're going to recognize you as someone they really want to do business with. Let me give you a negative viewpoint, just to give you a clarity what we do not want to do. We do not want to put together a Facebook party page that says we can offer energy solutions, and you randomly go through every contact in Facebook and put them on that group. Nobody wants that kind of crap. And you might laugh at me, but I have been tagged in nail stuff. I've been tagged in creative, you know, like chef stuff. I've been tagged in facial stuff. I don't want to be part of those groups. Does that make sense to everybody? Nobody wants to be forced into something. We want to have good, wholesome conversations with people. We want to say, we appreciate your opinion. I promise there'll be value. I'm so glad that so-and-so could connect us. I feel like there's added value we could share together. And this is really important because this is how we build a customer base and we build a business base. Our sources come through relationships, and we are always building relationships. And I promise you, successful business owners will appreciate this. In fact, I have one on the phone. On our call today, I want you to hear from him because I was talking to a gentleman who's in college. He's building relationships. He's young. He doesn't know a lot of people that have all these bills yet. And I was thinking about merchant processing and how businesses right now, if they could guarantee savings, that's a really good thing. And our merchant processing is hot in that regard, that if we have them put in a bid and they're swiping more than $3,000 a month, if we can't save them money, they get $250 for their time. So if you are in a place where you cannot, you cannot have that situation where, let me see something in a second. Okay, sorry about that. If you're in a situation where we don't have energy in that marketplace, you want to have something else that you could add value to, okay? And so what we've got here is an opportunity to add value to business owners, and we get to save them money. But again, you can get these referrals through people. You can get these referrals through people when you are having conversations. And so this young man, I was telling him, I'm like, everybody you know has a parent who might be business, everybody you know. And if you're asking questions like, do your parents own a business or do they work for somebody else? You can get warm referrals through them. And then I wanted you to think about, well, why would a business owner want to talk to you, right? You're new at business. Well, if you can bring them added value, and if you're pursuing something, they're going to respect that. See, even if you've never owned a business before, you'll be respected by a business owner if you bring this up. And so I asked someone who is a fantastic business owner. He's built a multi-million-dollar roofing company out of the Arizona marketplace. He is super busy and he's super successful. But when he was approached and really looked at this, why would he put time in this for himself? And sometimes there's more than what money can buy for us. And so I've asked Mr. John Roper to tell us, as a business person, why he sees the value of putting time and energy into this, and why, when bringing it up to other business owners, they're open to having a conversation. Go ahead and talk to us for us. I would love that.
Yeah, this is, when I took a look at this information, I think right on the surface, right from the get-go, one of the big things for me is that it just made sense. You know, and that's, I think, the first thing. Like, if it doesn't make sense to somebody, wherever they come from in life, they're not going to pursue it, right? So it made business sense to me. But being really busy in business, I mean, it's crazy the days that I leave dark 30 in the morning, contracting business in Phoenix, Arizona. There's guys that they're starting 5 in the morning in the summertime because it gets to 110, 115 degrees. Fortunately, I don't have to go out and install roofs. But, you know, we have these long days, and some days they'll finish up 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. And it's just so time consuming. So you get to a point, because years ago, when, you know, I would look at something like this and say, well, I have an incredible opportunity to make some life-changing income. And it was about the opportunity to make money before I had ever made really good money in my life. But then once you do that, you realize, well, sometimes you go down a path where you're making good money, and in order to do that, you're sacrificing all your time. And I started to look at this and go, well, you know, on a couple of different levels. Number one, when could I ever take my foot off the gas pedal in a traditional business and be able to enjoy the lifestyle still? And then the other thing is, you know, if I wanted to scale that business, you know, what would that entail versus how much more cumbersome would that be in a traditional business versus what we can do here and be able to scale, you know, all around. But the other thing is, it's interesting because sometimes we all know people that come from different walks of life. And sometimes you look at people and you think, I try to think how to put this. Every time I talk to somebody, I know what I have with ACN, but I don't know where they're at in life. I don't know everything that's going on in their life, and I'll never assume to know. And sometimes there's people that might know about our business. Some people don't know as far as the roofing business goes. But one thing that a lot of people don't realize, and some people do, some don't though, is that a little over a decade ago, my wife and I, our life and very much hers, got kind of turned upside down when she was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. And it really very rapidly started to impact her health and strip things away. She was going for a social work career, and she had to step away from that and has not been able to work in the traditional workplace. And so that's something where she's been able to do something here. But one of the things that we found in her healthcare was that going down the path of all natural remedies and holistic remedies, that helped her immensely, whereas traditional methodologies and modalities did not. It was just pain meds that doctors were giving her. Well, the downside to that is when you go the holistic route is that what happens, of course, is that none of that is covered by insurance, which means you're coming out of pocket. And I don't know if you know somebody that you love, like what would you do if it came down to that it was their health or your money? You're gonna, I hope, pay for it, make sure that they get the best health care you can. And so I realized that with ACN, it was a vehicle that could actually pay for that healthcare stuff, the all natural stuff, the stuff that insurance would not cover. And we could build a business that covered healthcare costs in that avenue and not have to sit there and go, well, yeah, we'd like to do this because we believe it would help, but yeah, we can't afford that. I don't want to have to make that decision. And so that alone just made all the sense in the world to be able to do that.
I love what you said, John. You said that you were open to looking at something different because life had been different, threw you a curveball. And we don't know what's going on in successful, hardworking people's lives. We don't know what they're looking for. Part of it could just be simply a better environment. It could be options down the road. So I appreciate that insight. I want everyone to feel comfortable inviting. I didn't do a lot of slides today about this. What I wanted to do is build the value for us to talk to people. That's what I want us to focus on. Now there's 3 more things just to end today, just so that we're all on the same page. We have the opportunity to earn free energy and free wireless service through Flash Wireless with our Power Up and with our 5 referrals. And those are 2 programs that would be worth to learn about, to have stories, to be able to offer more value. The other thing I want to remind everyone is the Zoom Energy card goes away on Monday, and so does the Vivint Plus ID Seal extra $350. So Vivint's going to give $150 to the customers who get Vivint this month if they have a 2-camera minimum. And if they added ID Seal to it at the same time, as they can have a package deal, and they'll get another $200 as the client. That's going to protect their largest asset, their identity, and their home together. So that's a really good thing that you could, promote on social media and ask them if you want to be protected. There's a lot of states right now that people would enjoy peace of mind for their homes to be protected for everything that's going on. Something to think about, because we're in a time of unrest. Both of these pictures were sent out in emails in ACN in Action, and they're on the social media page for ACN. So that's really good. Okay, so let's go through our last little bit of what we are looking to do this week. Scheduling presentations where we can connect with people to sort them to become customers, referral partners, or IBOs, independent business owners with us. That's our goal. We want to share this with as many people as we can. We want to definitely be able to include them in our environment with hope and solutions. We want to have all of us be part of the environment with hope and solutions. And we want to be focused on leveling up from executive team leader to regional director to unleash untold income. See, I did not realize that as a regional director, I would learn how to make triple what I was earning as a teacher with my master's degree. I didn't even understand that. I couldn't even fathom what was possible. See, in network marketing, there is no limitations, folks. And it's amazing what happens if you have the right vehicle. Limitless opportunities. And if you want to learn how to become a leader, and you want to learn how to attract other people, and you want to guarantee a system that works, this is the perfect vehicle to get that for you. Residual income plus amazing bonuses as you build a company, it can change your financial future to the better. And so we are looking for strategic partners, and you can tell people that. We are looking to profit share in 7 of the largest industries without having to have huge overhead, without having to have risk, without having to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars to get licensing. We're licensed through ACN. We get to broker these and offer solutions to all walks of life. And I don't care if you're a doctor, a dentist, a lawyer, you have those bills. You swipe those credit cards. Your clients are utilizing these services too. I worked with one of my doctors, and he sent me a good friend of him who's been a patient for years, and he's like, because of client privilege, coffee. I go, I don't care. Let me just meet the person. I'm excited to share what we're doing. If they see value, they'll do something with you. They'll be a customer, they'll be a business partner, or a referral partner. Something good will come of the conversation, I promise, because in our environment, we are offering hope and solutions in a place where it's safe for people to be part of it. So thanks you guys for jumping on today. Let's take action. Let's move our businesses forward. Let's invite a ton of people on Monday night and get to hear from Miss Leanne Gabriel and myself on those solutions. And then let's do personal things for you and your teams this week that you're connecting and growing, and we're excited. We're excited about what 2020 is bringing. I'm going to be honest. I feel like some of the biggest blessings have come out of this pandemic. And if we choose not to waste a good crisis, you're going to feel the same way. You're going to be a solution and a hope for other people. And you're going to be able to offer them things that they couldn't normally get. And it's going to be a value to them and a value to you. But make the commitment to work a few hours a week at your business and your dreams and your goals and earn residual income. We'll definitely get the recording out for today. We're going to work on those kinds of things. We'll add it to our Facebook page. Our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, which is The System Proven Success. We have a YouTube channel too. I forgot to put that on there as social media goes. And I promise you, you are going to get results when you take action, because every time you do something, you win or you learn. That's how this works. Every time you do it, even if the person you talk to isn't ready to do something or they give you excuses, you learn how to overcome those and offer a next step. Oh, I'm sorry you're so busy with all your kids and now it's kind of crazy and you're just thinking when they get to school. But what's going to change over the next 3 years? What if we could be partners and I could help you and we work this very part-time, but you have great contacts. And because they trust you, they'll listen to me and we'll share this together. And by the time they're in school, you could have a big residual income. See, anytime someone gives you an excuse, we can offer them a solution. If they're oranges and apples, they'll be ready. If they're coconuts, don't worry about it. And it's all right. We love our coconuts too. There's a time and a place for a good pina colada, right? Virgin or otherwise. All right, folks, let's have a great weekend. Let's enjoy the rest of August, and let's get ready to offer solution and hope to everyone. Thank you guys for your time and energy. Thank you for our amazing testimonials today, and congratulations to everyone's successes. Thank you. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend, and God bless.